Sign-ups to Season 6 of the Global Rugby Challenge is now officially complete and closed. Well, it has been for probably about a week or so now, as there has been a stack of new players join the competition. And all I can really say at this point is a big thank you. Thank you to not only the players who have stuck around from previous seasons, a big thank you to all the new players who have come and joined the teams for season number 6. And probably most importantly of all, a big thank you to those of you who have helped out with players, helped out with kits, and helped out with badges. Mainly Zandre and Jack, you guys know who you are. Big thanks to all you guys for helping out. The series wouldn't be anywhere near as ready for its new season if it wasn't for all your assistance. So the sign-ups are done, the teams are complete, and this is your last chance to evaluate your player and make sure he's where you want him to be, looking how you want him to look, and if not, you need to let us know ASAP, or else it's going to be too late as the season is very close to kicking things underway. So today we're going to be having a quick look through all the teams, all the players. We've got 5 teams of subscribers ready to go. So brace your pants. It won't be as long as last time. We're going to have a quick flick through. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to change last minute. And of course, there is also some players who signed up after we had completed the side. So next season, maybe your year. But make sure we've not missed anyone as well. There's been stacks of new players to add to these teams. So make sure you're there, you're included, and everything is right before we get the season underway very, very soon. So let's dig in quick. Take a look at the teams for Season 6 of the Global Rugby Challenge. So let's do them in alphabetical order this time and start things off with the All Flakes, course runners-up in season number 5, looking to go one better and add that 3rd trophy to their tally. Of course, they've got a nice new logo. They've had a whole revamp to this All Flakes team. Awesome new logo. Really like the way that looks. And of course, they're matching that up with some awesome looking new kits as well. So the All Flakes are going to be ready for action in round number 1. Looking at the players involved in the team, all squads have 27 players now. This is the 27 for the All Flakes. I've listed them all, hooker down to outside back, and that is how each team should go. It doesn't mean that Don Davis will be captain or kicker at all. The captains have pretty much all been decided already for most of the teams, but this is just how they're going to be lined up, just so we can get a good glimpse as to how many players each side have got, what positions they're weak or strong in, and of course what you've got to work with in the upcoming season of the GRC. Right, let's get things started. We've got, of course, multiple position players, so make it out as you will. But starting things off, Don Davis back again for another season. We've got Dill the Thrill back in action again. It's first year, but boy oh boy, he's been around the channel for what seems like forever. Right, Shady Streetwalker, Zandre Lambrex, who will likely be the captain for the All Flakes again this season. The impressive Sam Fenwick. We've got Kyle Vandermaat as well joining this season. JC White returns again. Brett Hartley returns again. Jean Dion is a new name into this All Flakes side. Humard Recleve, look, listed as an inside centre / flanker, but let's be honest, what he did in Season 5, he is definitely a flanker through and through. We've got Christian Nord with a bit of a positional change, moving into the back row now for the All Flakes. We've got Daniel De Silva as we make our way into the back line now for this All Flakes side. Emmanuel Labisi lining up again as well. Tegan Wright comes back for another season, as does Andrew Smith. Moving through, Noah Cooper, another name returning. If we move to Junior Dixon, a newcomer to this All Flakes lineup. Henko Fayard back for another year as well. Braxton Kalin returning for the All Flakes. Dean Mumberg, another one to tick that box. Again, nice little makeover there for Dean. And Adrian Townsend from Australia. Henley Lynx joins the double Henley combination. We'll see the other one soon. We've got John Smith as well, a newcomer for this season. Caleb Cairns returning again. Nathaniel Edwards, another backing up for a very similar looking All Flakes lineup. There he is, number 2, Henley Bukes, still here with the All Flakes. Scott Andrew is with the team now, making a transfer from the Guardians, and that completes their 27 players. Easy as that. 1 down, 4 to go. Let's roll. So we want to talk about new logos, new kits, all sorts of new updated everything's about these teams. Here's another one for you, the Celtic Dragons. They are back after a season or so hiatus from the competition. I tell you what, this year they have got stacks, absolutely stacks of new players. So we have been able to bring back not only the Celtic Dragons, but also the Pacific Toa as well. Awesome new logo, great to see that in the game, and also really cool new kits as well. These ones go out perfectly for the work of Zandre to put these ones together, so hopefully we'll see them in action very, very soon. Let's take a look at the team for these Dragons, and let's start things off again. We've got the big boys up front. We've got Reese Morgan, we've got Mario Fernez, we've got Artur Babev joining the side as well. Nice little chrome dome along the top there. We've got Nikolai Geralds joining in from Wales. We've got Liam Baines, also from Wales. We've got Chin Wei. We've got a little bit of Japanese flair. Love to see that in the front row. Michael Fafita joining in as a Tongan. We've also got James Lavia from Samoa. Moving through, we've got Steve Parker joining the team from Scotland. We've got Hemi Rangi from the Cook Islands. Yeah, that's right, the Cook Islands. Had to double check that one. We've also got Moulton Johnson. Had to double check that first name. Another Welshman joining this Dragons lineup. We've got Johnny Gates coming in as well. We've also got Jeff Zhou. Chinese. Zhou. We'll go with Zhou. Zhou sounds good, but in other words, Jeff. We've got Jeff. We've got Willimus Shackington joining from Wales, as well as Lee Shio joining from the Welsh nation. This is the backs now. We've got Shio first. We've also got Kosini joining. Sean Kosini coming in as a scrum half. We've got Otis Maguire as a halves option as well from Ireland. One of the rare Irishmen in the team. We've got Marlo Fa'alupiga joining from Samoa. A few Islanders coming through the ranks here. Jerry Hillary coming in from Ireland as well. Jason Tairua coming in as an inside centre / back rower. We've also got Roman Owens from Wales. We've got Lee Sheps coming in as well, Welsh outside centre / fly half. We've got Montal Palu joining the team from Fiji. And then we've got Bruce Woe as we make our way through the reserves and into these outside backs. Alpha Tupo coming in from Tonga. We've got Cyan Reese. And the last but not least, Brent Paulhopper coming in to complete the side from Ireland. Again, 27 players all ready to go for the Dragons. In Season 5, the Flakers were unfortunate to not make it to the grand final, but they'll be looking to go one better at least this year and make it to the big dance. Their logo has stayed the same, woohoo! But of course, their kits have had a bit of a rejig, going away from the starking yellow, more of a beige and purple sort of combination here for the up-and-coming Flakers season. Of course, new kits mean new players as well, but a core of this team is staying together. So let's take a look at their players, starting things off with Hugo Lambrex staying around for another season here with the Flakers. He's got a whole pile of new names in this side. Stephen Samuel, the Canadian, joining the ranks here of the Flakers. Lucas Barrett sticking around, as is Ben Bobbs and Peter Matthews. We've finally got a last name again for Oscar Chakwara, joining in back for another season. Not Sir Oscar anymore, we've got the proper name. Yes, love to see it. The leading try scorer of Season 5, Ethan Holton, is back around for another year, and Ryan Webb will accompany him in that second row alongside CJ Smith as well, the American. Good to see him back in those ranks. We've got Alpha Luatani coming in to the back row. We've also got Captain Craig Anderson for another season here with the Flakers. Moving through for Chris Darrenson as we get to the completion of these forwards. Francois Valentine joins for another season, and Michael Johnson is completing that forward pack. Moving into the backs, we've got Bernard Ankerhan, the second of the Americans, at least in this team. We've got Connor DeMart sticking around for another year, but a newcomer, Milo Marcus, joining the team, the Spaniard, into the ranks of the Flakers. We've got Damien Martinzi once more, again from Ireland. We've got Pedro Porter coming in as well. Eddie Sanchez, another new name here for the Flakers, and Jake Capone gets things back to familiarity for these Flakers. Pierre Valentine continues that trend, coming back again for another year, and Oscar Johansson comes in from Norway. we've got Bote Mandir from Namibia joining in with Valentino Josiah from the US of A. We've got Joshua Brett, the prettiest man in World Rugby, coming in at 26 before finally going with Josh Fisher. Once more, 27 players complete for the Flakers. Okay, now it's time to look at the competition winners from season number 5. The carryover champions, the defending champions, the team to beat. Call them what you like, it's the Guardians ready for season 6 of the GRC. And like most of the other teams, their kits had a refresh as well. Jacko pulling this one together for us, a nice little addition for the more Guardian look about this team. We've got the red of the away strip, we've got the nice blue, red and white for the home strip, ready to crack into action for another season. Right, can these lads defend their title? That is a question on everyone's lips. We will see over the next couple of months. But the players have named a few newcomers. Of course, we've gone from squads of about exactly 23 to now of 27. So that means that every team can now suffer long-term injuries. And that is going to affect these sides very much over the up-and-coming season. Right, let's get into it. Shay Givens returns for another year, as does a number of these players. Jason Mitchell alongside him in the front row. We've got a newcomer in Chris McCartney joining the front row gang here for the Guardians. Jack Sheps returns for another year, the captain of this Guardians side, and he partners up with a friend of his in Levi Smith. We've got Harry Andrews coming back for another year as well. Moving into Rico Rhodes, Brazilian. How good to see some different nationalities joining these ranks. Ali and I returns for another year, as does Milton Simiyu. We look to a newcomer in Constant, or Canston, but we know it's Constant off Twitch streams. Constant Jet joining along as well. That's right. Rugby Challenge is very, very rough on text that is offensive. So any sort of letters and words, can't make bad words. Rugby Challenge, sort your crap out, man. We'll move through to Michael Joseph, returning another year, as does Michael Wanyama. All Wanyama boys are back. Here is James as well, keeping his spot in the side. We've got Sam Williams joining the team as a scrum half Englishman. He's about as Guardians as it gets, really, for this team. Isaac Fashore getting the nod yet again as well. We've got Archer Godfrey moving into that midfield sort of option. Sean Barrett, a new name, love the cut. It's absolutely short and sharp at the top, and it's got the tunnel straight up the middle. We've got Don Butler returning with a bit of a makeover. Nice to see little changes there for Mr. Butler. Alex Hunter, a new name into this Guardians lineup. We've got Steve Kitman's Techlogs, who's always the OG when it comes to sub-series kits. And we also have Flake, who has been transferred. Oh no! Oh no, now we're definitely going to lose. Guardians are doomed to loss now for sure. Gain Davis comes back for another season after an impressive season 5. And the fullback that almost wasn't, Heston Gardner, really did enjoy his time in the 15 jumper. Callum Ewing gets a bit of a makeover as well, coming in for another season for the very explosive nippy winger. W.O. Slavers had a very impactful year last year. He returns again for the Guardians, as does Adunga Wanyama for another year. And wrapping things up, John McKenzie returning for, again, another very, very core squad for this Guardians team for season number 6. Question though, can they do it again with this team? Again, we'll find out. That leaves us with just one team remaining of subscriber players, and that is the Pacific Toa. Now I know what you're saying, well, we've had players from Tonga and Samoa and Fiji and all over the place playing for other teams, but remember, we've got to balance it, which takes almost the most amount of time. Balancing not only nationalities, but also numbers and positions. You can't have a team go into a season with no locks or no scrum half. So as best as we possibly could, keeping players true to where they want to be and the nationalities of their players, it means that sometimes we get a little bit of to and fro of nationalities. And you'll see this Pacific Toa side is predominantly Pacific Island players. So we've managed to keep most of that nicely intact. So again, nice little logo, love it for the Toa, and of course brand new kits for them as well. Finally, we've got a bit of contrast, right? We've got the nice colours, we've got the plain one for the away kit. Good to see the Toa look better than ever. Let's take a look at their team now for the final subscriber side for this upcoming season. We've got Fitu Falau joining things at the top. Mike Hunter's made a bit of a switch over to the Toa to alleviate a bit of a front row weakness and second row weakness for this Toa side. We've got Kyle Pizarro joining the team as well, because there's a bit of Italian flair going in there as well. James Cilotti joining in as well from Samoa. We've got Gordon Smith from Zimbabwe. Woohoo! Good to see some Zimbabweans in there. We also have Hanko Pienaar, which is Cameroonian? It is Cameroonian. Now we're moving through Johnny Parkinson from Samoa, and our second Pizarro, we've got Frederick Pizarro, also from Italy. Moving through, Samuel Dempsey joining the side as well. He's coming in from Italy as well. A bit of a trend here from the forward pack. We've also got Daniel Brill coming in. He's from Romania. As we move through more of these back rows, Michael Joseph returning for another season, and a bit of a transfer of muddle, finding a bit of a place for Michael to find his team. Daniel Adumuru comes in, another Cameroonian for this Toa side. If we move to Sione Valmata joining from Tonga. We've got Tala Mayota joining for the scrum half fullback option, and again from Fiji, Kevin Ritchie filling up a bit of a void here. Lack of scrum halves in this Toa side, so Kevin Ritchie makes the switch from the Dragons across to the Toa, hoping to make an impact for a pacey but very, very strong scrum half option. We've got Daniel Kulu joining from Fiji as well, and Torel Johnson from Tonga. Plenty of options there in the halves eventually, and Daniel Akava joins in as a midfield scrum half option from Samoa as well. Brooklyn Smith, another one from Samoa, joining the team in the midfield. We're moving to David Adumuru, the second of the two Adumurus, joining from Cameroon. Moving through to Corey Davidson, again, giving more of those options, not only in the halves, but also in the wings. Something I didn't think the Toa would lack in, but they got a very, very deep and strong pack. Now it's the backs that need a bit of boosting. Corey Davidson makes the switch across to the Toa. Daryl Gray, what a player he was last season for the Flakers. He's going to be a big, big name for this Toa team heading into this season. Jabari Karoi, much like Gray, making the switch across, and is going to be a key figure for this Toa side. We've got Rico Vakafi joining in from Tonga on the outside wings. We've also got Anthony Kahana coming in from Namibia. Moving through, Rodrigo Martins making a bit of a switcheroo around as well from the Guardians, now out to the Toa. We've got Lekepi Funua coming in from Tonga, and that actually completes their team. I thought we might have more, but that's 27 players for the Pacific Toa as well. So, early thoughts? Who is going to be the team to beat this season? Who is your early season favourites to take out Season 6 of the Global Rugby Challenge? You've seen the teams, but there is one more new team that will be joining this season. They're not a subscriber side, but they will be made up of some freak talents from around World Rugby that aren't going to be featuring in other teams. So that will be, of course, we talked a lot about the Bolters coming into the season, which means we will have a 10-team competition. Of course, a round robin phase going into a top 6 playoffs like we had last time, and then we have eliminations going through to a grand final. So it is utmost importance to make sure you finish inside those top 6 spots. Let's take a quick look at the Bolters team and what you're going to be coming up against this season. So this will be the makeup of clubs for season number 6. We're going to have 10 teams, like I said before. It is going to involve the 5 subscriber sides, the Bolters, plus the 4 major competition winners from throughout the globe. I'm talking Super Rugby, Top 14, Premiership, and URC. Those are going to be your 10 teams going ahead for Season 6 of the Global Rugby Challenge. Who's up first? Well, I can't give that away just yet. You'll be seeing very, very soon. Game number 1 won't be far away. But who are these Bolters? Let's take a look at their lineup. It's almost a bit of a who's who of names of rugby throughout the World Cup, and fan favourites and of course channel favourites as well, made up nicely for this upcoming season. And a bit of a throwback to Bruce's team that he does a lot of action with over on Rugby 20 over on Twitch. So check out Brucey if you haven't already. But this is a bit of a throwback to his team that he's got going on throughout his series as well. So the Bolters in for season number 6. But the Bolters, although they have a fantastic logo and a beautiful little kit as well, which you would have seen from the All-Stars game where it was the AI All-Stars who lined up as the Bolters, this team has gone with a bit of a different sort of feel. And let's have a look at some of the players quickly in this team now as well. We start things off in the front row, the Big Ben, Tami and Funa lining up in the number 1. We've got Mike Tizier from Portugal in at hooker, and we've got Thomas Jallo, or Hajo as they call him, from Argentina. Moving quickly through, Via Fafita, Leone Nakarawa, moving the back row, Theo McFarland, Nicholas Martins, the Prince of Rugby World Cup 2023. We've got John Taufua, Simone Kuravoli, we've got Will Harvili, we've got Davat Nashvili from Georgia on one wing, we've got Christian Lealiifano, bizarrely as it is in midfield, Solomoni Carter, the Bulldozer, in at 13. Raphael Storti, the incredible, he's on the right-hand side, and Charles Piutau will be at fullback. Reserves, we've got Sam Matavesi, we've got Beka Gigashvili, we've got Penny Ravai, we've got, of course, Dolph, Stephen Luatua, we've got Michael Leach, Maxi Wilson, who you'll know if you tune into the streams as our Beer Pro scrum half. Hopefully we don't see him too often in this series as well. We've got Duncan Paiawa in reserves, filling up with Emiliano Boffelli. Moving into the reserves, we've got Alvaretti Vaitukani, we've got Tian Swanepoel, we've got Hinkley Vaovasa from Romania, we've got Timmy Nano Williams, Solomoni Funaki, we've got Charlie Marley, of course, which we have to try and force his way into that starting lineup. Of course, when the AI get control of this team, expect this all to change. Ambrose Papier is another scrum half option. We've got Nerai Fumai, we've got Paul Laseki, what are some of these names here? Josh Matavesi, John Afoa, Lugovai Mulipula as well for the front row. We've got Rodrigo Mata, another sensational player. We've got Sama Malolo as well. We've got Thomas Lozana. We've got Adam Coleman. We've got Nigel Awong. We've got Sukopi Kipu. We've got Michael Elanatoa, and I think that is about it. So expect this to be an absolute cluster of just names and players everywhere. Go the Bolters, I guess. That is how it stands. So that is it. A way too long a look at the GRC for season number 6. A beautiful trophy on offer. Yet again, 5 teams, 10 in total, 5 subscriber sides, ready to kick things off. It'll be coming your way very, very soon, so keep your eyes peeled, hoping that game number 1 will be a nice little premiere for you all to check out together. Who will be in action? Well, you have to wait and see. Until then, though, big thanks everyone for helping out. Big thanks everyone for signing up. And I'll see you out there on the field for game number 1. Until then, take care.